All right. Okay. So, you guys might want to record this. Make sure you're recording this or screen recording it or something so that you guys get it. I don't go live a lot. I haven't really been going live since, the pandemic, but this is something that came to my attention. It came to my attention that a DJ, and I'm not going to say any names because I don't think it's necessary. A DJ basically said that, a lot of the pioneers in hip hop are, they're dusty, or how can they be the person that, invented hip hop if, they don't have a lot of money.
That's what it is. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Them old rappers, man, them niggas, bro, have you seen any of these old rappers who be like, yo, they're the foundation of hip hop, really living good? Them niggas be looking really dusty. I kid you not. And none of y'all trying to come for me because I don't fuck with y'all niggas either. So I'm just tell y'all the truth. Y'all be looking like, every time they be like an old nigga talking about hip hop, you be like, yo, bro, you sure you invented this? Because everybody else living better than you.
Or if they don't represent like they have a lot of dough, right? Let me explain something to you, and say this for you guys. Don't confuse someone's ability to develop a business model. Don't conflate. In other words, don't think just because somebody knows how to get money or fails to get money that they didn't make a contribution to the culture. No one discusses Miles Davis's bank account. We don't talk about John Coltrane's bank account. We don't talk about a lot of even rock musicians, a lot of them. We don't talk about their bank accounts. A lot of great country artists, we don't talk about their bank accounts. This idea that you have to have money or else you don't have any value is a bad idea, and it's kind of like, it's a misinformed way of looking at the world and the culture. There are artists out here. First of all, let me say this. First of all, let's talk about like young artists, right? Who I love. I love the young artists. Let's be clear. I'm very much a guy who embraces the young artists. I believe in every generation. I believe in you. I care about you. Let me say this to you though. Today, you could come up with your 5-year plan, your 10-year plan, your 20-year plan. You can go find a manager. You can find an accountant. You could find somebody that means something to you, to help you. You could find a team to help your career go to the next level. When hip hop first started, there were no managers. There were no accountants that believed in it. Record companies didn't even believe in it. Nobody believed in it. How can you make a 5-year plan or a 10-year plan on something that doesn't even exist yet, that people have never even heard of? So just because a couple of these guys and girls and people out here made songs and made music and made contributions to this culture, or even dancers danced and made these contributions to culture, just because they didn't get rich, just because they weren't able to pile up millions or billions of dollars, does not mean that they didn't make a contribution to this culture. That does not mean that they didn't do something. They created an industry that we all ate off of. They created an industry that you eat off of. When you go out there and you go monetize your brand, when you go get your whatever and do what you got to do to build your career, when you go out there and negotiate your deals and negotiate your checks and talk tough, guess what? That money, that bread, that food that you eating was created by those same people that you disrespecting. That industry was created by them same people that you call in, foul words, foul language. The people that you're referring to. So my thing is this. It's always good. It's always good to get money. It's always important. It's important. It's important to get money. I agree. I'm all about getting paper. I've been talking about it my whole career. But don't ever, ever, ever confuse being rich with making a contribution to our culture. Don't ever play yourself like that again. Because trust me, you playing yourself. Because without these dudes and these girls who started this hip hop culture, a lot of the guys that's out there talking tough, you wouldn't even have a career. We'd be on the corner with a beer talking about what's the next move we gonna make. So I would say, approach this game with humility and be glad and be thankful that these pioneers, exactly, slave mentality. Be glad that these pioneers helped create this culture. And let's show them love. Let's elevate them. Let's celebrate them. That's why I started Rock the Bells. That's why I started this movement. So I wouldn't have to listen to foolish rhetoric about people that changed the world. These people changed the entire world. The whole planet runs on hip hop culture right now. The whole planet. Every commercial, everything you could think of is all about hip hop. And there are people out there that started this thing, and I think that they deserve to be honored and respected. I'm going to leave it right there. I'm not going to say no names. I'm not going to say nothing foul. I'm not going to go at nobody's character. I'm just going to say, think before you speak. Peace.
Hey, LA. Holy. You know what I mean? To keep it real, I learned the thing where you lick your finger and wipe your fucking eyebrows from him. So to keep it real, Ella is a legend. I don't want nobody to ever take nothing I will ever say, even today. Anything I've ever said was never even directed at Ella. But I'm gonna flush out my thoughts, and also because I know people don't like me, and this is why these situations are important. Because you know how many niggas don't like, bro. Everybody around me, I always tell them, I said, the moment people think I'm slipping, they're gonna be like, oh, he fell. Anytime there's ever been controversy around me, I see my biggest haters jump out, even if they've been cool. So the LL shit, I didn't even know it was gaining traction. I seen Flex DM me. I was like, yo, Flex, what? Me and Flex cool, but then I seen a lot of people talking about it. So I really want to get into it. And by the way, I think, I'm not going to diminish nobody. LL is a legend. The reason why this is a thing is because LL said it. Because when I said what I said, it was, it just kind of floated according to what I was talking about. But when he responded, now it's a thing. So I'm not here to shit on LL. I don't know if that was anybody's thought. I'm not here to shit on LL. But I am here to have conversation.
Hey, yo, just because my Uncle L won't mention your mother name, you academics, I look dusty because I want to look dusty, you bitch. My shit is that because I want it to look that way. You see the shit that I do, mother. I go out on boat, do all that shit, all these buses, all that shit. How the f*** you gonna say old school is dusty? And I'm just going on my hearsay. I didn't even hear the whole story. But I dare you to look me in my face, you and tell me Shizzle is dusty because he's an old school nigga. Do what you gotta do. Shizzle gonna be dusty. Why? Because I work every day in my own company, you stupid. Oh, but why you working? Because that's what real do. But I don't work for another. See me sitting here drinking my whistles, right? You motherfucker. And then I'ma just one time for your mind, two time for your soul. It's your man Shizzle. To my folks, y'all gotta excuse me for that outburst. But I meant every motherfucking word I said, man. You just one of those motherfuckers that fell into the trap of the shit that the oppressors have put in our head. You don't give your mother predecessors that came before you. If it wasn't for us, you wouldn't have a job. All you that rhyming now that don't want to give old school they props like, what have you done for me? We made you, my n. So don't just sit here and put us out to pasture like we some just from that didn't contribute to making you get to where the you are. We created this to make it an industry so your monkey could be where you are. It's on every individual to recreate, reinvent, do what they do, find their space in life. Your record career ain't working no more, man. That's what I figured. I don't want to run around and sing some 30-year-old songs. I'm living in today. And so with that being said, I be on some pop shit. You know, if I make a record tomorrow, they ain't gonna go super triple platinum. Give me all the likes and subscribe that I need to be a millionaire. So that. What do? I do some that I know that I can build an empire on. And my mother don't, and that's why I do it, because don't respect the that preceded them. The reason why you getting a check, we all should be sending Mr. Magic's kids a stifle, because if it wasn't for Mr. Magic, none of you this. Me, you, this, that, none of you mother would have a job right now because Magic was a rebel.
Akademiks, and you see his comment that he made constantly says things that is degrading of the culture, ignorant, you know, and he really adds nothing to the culture. You know, he does nothing but gossip, instigate, cause more confusion, you know, base success of anybody by numbers and money, because that's what his character is, right? His stature is only based off the numbers that he has, the amount of views that he has, the amount of money he has, because some people are so poor that all they have is money, right? So when you meet those type of individuals, they try to push that narrative because it validates who they are, right? It makes you not focus on who they are. It makes you not focus that they really actually add nothing, right? That they've done nothing but degrade and take away from the culture for so long. So they want to try to diminish people who actually have created and impacted the culture. They utilize their voices, their platforms to down talk, to disrespect, to do everything negative, to cause confusion so you don't focus on them, right? That's what a person of no character does. When you have no character, you utilize every type of distraction, your money, what you have, all of these things, so people are distracted from noticing that you are hollow, that you don't really know anything, you don't offer anything. So when people are focused on what you have or what they perceive that you have, then they're not focused on the fact that you really are nobody and nothing, right?
I will say, though, at a time like this, more people will be focused, you know, on their disdain for academics, but I think he does raise a good point. And how do we take care of these founding fathers of hip-hop, these people that started this culture? I do feel like they need some type of pension, like, you know, they do need some type of union. Like, how do we make sure that the founding fathers are good? Like, don't focus on they're dusty and they look dusty part. Like, some of them aren't good financially. How do we make sure that they're good? Because, you know, I hate seeing some of these brothers pass away and have to start GoFundMes and stuff like that. Yeah. So how do you take care of these founding fathers of hip hop? That's a very good point. I'm glad he did say that about being humble, because, you know, young men, we got to be careful, young men and women, because truth is we all got a birthday and you're not going to be young forever. Matter of fact, if you 30 years old now, you might be younger than a 40, 50, or 60-year-old, but you old as dirt to an 18-year-old. So when you talk like that, just make sure you put yourself in a position to never, and I mean never, be in the position of the people you was talking about, because boy, them tables can turn.
And it's just childish and messy to put down somebody who created a world where you can exist. You understand what I'm saying? Like, these people created
listen,
this
Akademiks
culture.
doing, I wasn't even going to get into that, but I'm glad y'all brought it up. And Akademiks, you get.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Because you too, sir, look dusty. I'm going to keep it a thou wow. As much money as you claim to be making.
And you're dusty.
And you got money and you look nuts.
How do you still do that?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You're supposed to look better when you get money.
Facts. You talk about all the money you got. And you don't look like you have it.
Listen, if you
we should definitely be uplifting our OGs.
Yeah, man.
if you operate in this culture, if you're lucky enough to operate in hip hop and live well,
If you make a living
And
of any kind,
yeah, particularly, yeah, you're making good money in hip hop or of any kind, but yeah, if you do well, the only feeling I've ever had or seen other people have who love hip hop, if anything, it's a little bit of a sense of guilt. Damn, we were able to do so well,
Survivor's
and
guilt.
the OGs weren't.
Right.
And it feels terrible, you know.
But LL was being, in my opinion, educational, trying to be educational. But what did you think about what LL response was?
I'm going to say it, and I've been saying it, and I don't know how many times I had to say it on this platform and wherever I'm at. There is a lot of truth to what L said.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I understand because I was there when they had to explain every element of what they were doing and the shame that comes with that. Like you, in order to propel the culture to where it is, they had to be sort of clownish and kind of disrespected. I used to watch them on people's shows and they would say, well, what is hip hop? What are you doing? What is this rap?
Mm-hmm.
And the faces that they were making to, you know, to kind of humble themselves to be able to go to the next level. They had to swallow a lot of shit in order for the growth of the culture to get to where it's at now.
Mm-hmm.
They had to do a lot of that. I was there, I seen it, I lived it.
Mm-hmm.
People was very dismissive of what hip hop was. They didn't believe it was going to last. They just shitted it down. They clowned it. They tried to make sure that they did everything to get rid of it. But we knew that it was going to be what it is today. We said, yo, listen, if we can build it, people are going to come. And that's when all this shit began to explode. The merch, right? The clothing lines, the TV shows, the movie stars. We knew that shit was in us. We knew that was going to happen. Let's not say that we did not know. But in order for it to grow, you had to go through David Brenner's show. You had to go through the Tonight Show, Joan Rivers. We had to go to all these little late night shit, these little spots, hole in the walls, these little publications before Source any of that, and articulate who we were and what we were doing. And it's shameful in that shit. That's like somebody saying, well, what is black? What do you mean you're a black man? What do black people do? That shit is disrespectful, and you want to punch somebody in the mouth for it. But you remain humble, you performed, you did what you had to do in order to fit into an industry that was not accepting and didn't want you there. So them pioneers had to eat a lot of bullshit to get to where they got. So I dig where he coming from with it. You did, but it's a lot that come with that and a lot of mistakes that they made. It was a lot of mistakes that they made.
Okay, so he called him Dusty and broke. Now, this was the goalpost moving to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because he switched it to me. LL switched it as don't say anything of them being broke, meaning that they didn't contribute to the culture. That's not what Akademiks was saying. That's not what he
didn't have no foul.
That's not what he was saying. That to me, that's not what he was saying. Now, to me, this was my understanding of it. I get tired of people saying, this, that. Okay. What do you have to show for that?
Nothing.
So, you mean to tell me hip hop is what, 50?
Yeah.
When you was in your heyday, because remember, it was some of them in their heyday, we had pioneers who was on television, who was in movies, who was in different things. What the fuck did they do for anybody, and who did they put on?
Well, and to give people clarity on it and to go to a point that I think L missed. They weren't in powerful positions. It's one thing to, again, be an artist and entertain and get notoriety and visibility. It's another thing to be able to call shots, to be able to be in position to put others on and move, and then have the mindset and the intellect as an individual not to just use what you're doing for yourself in order for you to get right, but to bring others along.
Okay, so
They
let's
missed
so,
those
so
opportunities.
okay, so let's say they didn't do it 20 years ago.
Right.
Why didn't they never do it?
Well, again, that is where Akademiks' truth comes in when he says a lot of them are dusty. And you can't dispute
And
that.
a lot of them wasn't smoking crack. A lot of them don't smoke crack. Okay, then so when are they gonna come out and say, look, when are they gonna tell their truth? Like, yo, look, the industry, this, that, and the third. I got caught up in the crack thing. They be walking around all pretentious, like they on, and we should respect them and all. Like, nigga, you a fucking crackhead. Get out my face. How we treat crackheads in the hood? Do we care that anybody did anything for anything when you start smoking crack? Think about it. All right. So if you a hip hop founder and you known for being a cokehead and somebody sold you crack and you smoke crack and you got other people who took the culture and furthered it, why should we kiss your ass?
You shouldn't kiss nobody ass to that degree. And you think that's what L is saying? Kiss they ass by saying respect them and pay homage?
I don't have to respect. You don't. First of all, respect comes from you. Respect is respecting yourself. Once you put that stem in your mouth, you don't got no respect. Straight up, you don't got no respect. You ain't gonna sit here and tell me how I should be all this did with you when I had to take the shit and make it go where it go. You fumbled the ball. You fumbled the ball.
A lot of them fumbled the ball.
Okay, so why?
And what do I always ask you? And any of my comrades outside of this social media, what do I always ask them? Because most of the people I deal with are behind the scenes. I got a few close comrades that are artists that y'all see on the regular. But I mean the behind the scenes, the managers, you know, some of the execs. I always ask them, like, during that time, why this one didn't get a job? Why this one didn't get a job? Why this one didn't? And become, because they had people there. We seen Fly Ty do it. He was an early executive. We seen Russell do it.
And he got hired too.
Andre
and he got hired.
We had examples of people who were doing it. I watched personally, me. I seen Chris Light. I used to see him in Union Square, in Latin Court. Dudes was little dude. They wasn't doing shit. I seen him grow into the executive. So when you pioneers are asking for your respect and not to be considered dusty, listen, give us your truth.
No.
Fell off. See that you were smoking.
Now look,
and
this
had an opportunity to be in a powerful position, but didn't do it.
Now look, now listen to me. Now we in a situation where their truth is what? We didn't get the money we supposed to get because we had poor record deals and we got stolen from. That's their truth, right?
Yeah.
So in 2022, which we're in, about to hit 2023 in a couple of months, they still not getting stolen from. They still not getting bad deals. They still getting it. So we're the pioneers to say, hold on. I want to start something. So what happened to you don't happen to me. So how are we supposed to, if it's still happening, it's still happening. So what have you changed in the culture?
None of them, because again, they still being artists.
No, they not. No, they're not. No, listen, they're not being artists. They're being podcasters and other shit now and saying, respect me for what I did 40 years ago. That's not how that shit work. That's not how it work. When you do shit in the culture, you move, your seat moves. All the people who run hip hop are former artists. They just happen to be rock and roll artists and rock and roll executives. How many pioneers from the culture are executives in this business to show the youth how the game go?
I don't know.
Who has LL Cool J put on?
Put on?
Yes.
Nobody. And I know of.
Who Rakim put on?
Nobody that I know of. I'm gonna be a buck. I don't know. I never seen nobody say I'm Rakim artist. I'm LL Cool J artist.
LL is not attacking DJ Akademiks' argument, but DJ Akademiks is the one that's catching the bullets right now. And it's unfortunate because objectively, this is not what he said. He did not say that they should not be celebrated or they didn't make a contribution to the culture. He said, when I see them, it's sad because a lot of these dudes be looking dusty, and they do. They absolutely, positively do. And they be looking tired. And a lot of these dudes did not contribute to the culture. Let me say that also. That's an unpopular opinion. A lot of these dudes contributed to the demise of the black community. That's the part. See, if we want to go off script and we want to add in all of the context in order to be able to substantiate their arguments, let's talk about it in its entirety. A lot of these dudes actually contributed to the demise of the culture. Y'all taught us how to look at women. Wrong. Y'all taught us how to look at money. Wrong. You taught us how to poison our communities and put dope in it. Yes, you did. You taught us how to cook up. If it wasn't for rap music, a lot of us wouldn't even know how to roll up. We wouldn't know how to roll up, cook up. We wouldn't know how to turn soft into hard. We wouldn't have to know how to do none of that. We wouldn't be fumbling the bag. We wouldn't know nothing about these strippers. We wouldn't know about strip culture. A lot of these songs got popping off inside of the strip club. Now, that's not what the early pioneers was doing. There was a hip hop, a hibbit to the hip hop, and you don't stop a rockin' to the bang bang boogie. They was doing all of that, right? But soon after, you got NWA, you got LL Cool J, right? You quickly navigated from Curtis Blow. And they also taught us how to destroy our communities by graffiti tagging and all that. You quickly navigated from Curtis Blow into NWA, and then New York they just went all the way to the left.
Good morning. I'm going to record this, so I'll play it back. So I'll begin early. Not that many people joined my Instagram anyway. A couple of hundred maybe. Let me say this. I was asked to speak about this attack on the founding fathers, and in light of it becoming the 50th birthday of hip-hop, I figured I'd share something because I was asked from a friend. He sent me the comments from the DJ Akademiks. I don't know who Akademiks is, but I know that he's popular amongst young people. So don't forget your roots, Akademiks. Is that how you pronounce it? Like the clothing brand? Stop it. Just, pause and be grateful for those who came before you, who built your life. I don't know how wealthy you are, how many boats you float on, how many cars you own. How many people have you made rich? How many people have you made successful who have made their families successful? What have you done for the culture, most importantly? I know Kanye's songs, and I know Drake's songs. I don't know you. I know I sound like Stacey Dash. I don't know you all. I don't know what you made.
Let me tell you how this, man. Salute to all the artists who came from, older artists. First of all, y'all gonna have to pick a side. I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. Pick a side. I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. Pick a side for all y'all artists. I can't be irrelevant. Yo, Russell Simmons, you ran away to Bali, my nigga. Like you sold all your companies. Nigga, I seen it. Nigga, I could have bought your shit. Nigga, you dipped all the way to Bali, my nigga. Don't be acting like, oh, you don't know who Akademiks is. Why are you responding then, boy? See, this is the type of shit I'm like, yo, I know I didn't kick the debate off in the best respect, but you get like niggas like, Yo, Russell Simmons, you dip from the you live in Bali, my nigga, on a fucking bamboo yacht. Bro, just chill out, my nigga. You want me to get on you? We good. Russell Simmons, let me know. I get on you tomorrow. Bro, just stop all that bullshit. I express some opinions. People ain't like it. And I appreciate people ain't liking it. But niggas like you grandstanding, my nigga. Like, Russell Simmons, niggas ain't hear shit about you. The Me Too movement came, you dip, nigga, because you know why? We got mad stories. Do you want me to crowdsource and find the stories about what women say you were doing to them? Russell Simmons, I want to ask that question. That's scummy. I don't even want to do that. But this is why, like, sometimes you gotta let niggas at least explain themselves. I get it. Okay, some of what I said was attacking older hip hop artists. Russell Simmons, you live in Bali. You sold all Def Jam, or all Def, or whatever the case is. You sold all your properties in the United States to run away. Do you really want me to bring all these conversations up? You could let me know. Because you was acting, I only know about Akademiks, the jeans company. You don't gotta know about me, Russell Simmons, because I don't fucking need you, my nigga. Russell Simmons. You see, this was a simple debate. Me and obviously me and LL, we ain't see eye to eye. But I do believe he was super respectful. I want to talk to him. Niggas like you, Russell Simmons. Russell, I'm down to talk to you too. I put him to the side. Russell, you want me to talk to you? You don't want me to talk to you. Russell, you literally, let me just get this straight. Russell Simmons, you live in, let me just get this straight. Russell Simmons, with all due respect, I love you. Let's be clear, when the Me Too movement came about, nigga, you sold every fucking asset you got. All Def was a thing, nigga. You fucking sold it, nigga. You sold it and ran. And you ran out of the United States. Boy, stop trying to act like you were one of the guys. This is why I don't fuck with most of y'all. Because y'all not real. The reason why you living in Bali on a fucking bamboo yacht, nigga, is because you know what the fuck it is, nigga. Niggas was about to come at your head just like they came at L.A. Reid, nigga. L.A. Reid had to duck low, nigga, and make Hitco. I know all this shit. You went to Bali. You sold everything you owned. Russell Simmons, do you want us to talk about you? That's not what I came for. But Russell Simmons, you a hypocrite. Okay, you talking about, you feel like I'm disrespecting the culture? I bet. Russell Simmons, I apologize. I want to talk about if you disrespected the culture. You want to talk about your past? Russell Simmons, do you want me to get every girl who feel like you fucking try to hit them up when they were 16 and 17, when you was a grown-ass man in your 30s and 40s? You want me to do that? You don't want me to do that. Russell Simmons, do you want me to do that? Your video you did about me look goofy. If you really want me to do that, this is why I'm here. I've always thought my mission when it comes to hip hop, I'll never be the most liked. I'll probably be sacrificed at a certain point. But a lot of you niggas who thought that it was all good and candy, y'all gonna be sacrificed too. Russell Simmons, are you down to have that conversation with me? When you jump in a conversation, are you down to have that conversation that you were dating 16-year-olds? Are you down to talk about that? Russell Simmons, I want to talk to you. Russell Simmons, you're in Bali. You sold all your companies and ran away. Do you want to talk about that? You're not that much different from R. Kelly. Do you want to talk about that? Russell Simmons, do you want to talk about that? I want to almost end my stream here. Russell Simmons, do you want to talk about that? LL isn't broke. Okay. Let me get back to this. I hear what LL is saying. And maybe other people who chimed in, I hear what they're saying. This is why I hate it. I love the Breakfast Club, but they won't ever cover anything I say without a legend responding to it. So my response, right? So y'all covered me saying something to make a legend get mad. Now I'm responding. Will y'all post my response without the legend responding to that? Today is Thursday. You can post it on Friday. I just want to say the Breakfast Club will be fair. I'm not anti-LL, but I also don't see LL as one of the founders of hip-hop. Does anyone think he's a founder of hip-hop? I don't think he is. Here's my point. When I say looking dusty, is that I see a lot of people who are older in hip-hop. They have a lot of critique of the newer artists. I think most of the critique is bullshit. I'm going to be very clear. The reason why I think it's bullshit, what I've realized in hip-hop, talking to thousands of artists, hip-hop artists back in the day did not have the education like hip-hop artists now. Most of the artists that you look up to who are pioneers, they got fucked in their contract. They barely get paid off their music. They all got to be like, oh, what about streaming? Which, by the way, I'm going to give them an out for because streaming wasn't a thing then. But what I'm saying is that a lot of those older artists, a lot of times I hear they critique the sound of music. They critique everything about the newer artists. And my comment was a extension of multiple conversations I had, whether it was with Waka Flocka, whether it was with other artists on my podcast. Here's the conversation. These artists that's ever came through hip hop are the newest artists. And that might make y'all feel a way. But while y'all pioneered and y'all created something, y'all business sense was zero. Y'all fucked up. Y'all are the reason where none of y'all had any type of mutiny or any type of like conglomerates to make sure some of the business shit that labels were fucking artists with didn't happen because y'all was just happy to get money. And by the way, we're glad that y'all pioneered the shit. We're not disrespecting y'all like that. But when y'all do disrespect newer artists, let's not disrespect newer artists and not acknowledge the fact that they have brought the business. What do you, yo? Oh, okay. Yo, could you close the door? Oh, the maid just came. My bad. My shorty showing the maid around. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is talking? Sorry. Here's the point. The business that these newer artists that y'all all call dumb, oh, they're ignorant, they don't know whatever. Y'all don't understand and realize that these artists are the most in depth in knowing their business and actually succeeding at it. That's the conversation I want to have. Because I hear a lot of times older artists trying to lecture newer artists, but I feel the lecturing is devoid when y'all don't know what the, like, y'all didn't pass. Yo, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. And y'all can say whatever you want. LL Cool J, I feel my podcast has taught hip hop artists more about the game of the music business than any of you niggas. I don't care what y'all say. Nigga, I sit here and I explain deals on deals. Y'all niggas got fucked in mad deals. And I'm not talking about you specifically, Ella, but the majority of y'all never passed the ball. The reason why niggas is still signing for 15% royalty when y'all was doing basically almost goddamn the same for over 20 years, y'all never passed the ball. Y'all never educated niggas. Y'all took y'all money and y'all ran with it. Y'all never educated people. What I do with my platform, I try to educate these new niggas who are internet savvy, who are now getting in a position of leverage and power, and now they could actually talk to the record label and say, nah, we don't want that. The reality of it is that our pioneers have failed us. When I say y'all are dusty, it's because y'all never got, there's niggas, 21 Savage is in a deal where he's 50-50 with his label. None of y'all niggas can say that. Youngboy just got a new deal where he owns all his masters, getting a wild amount of advance. None of y'all could say that. I'm not saying y'all didn't pave the way in terms of y'all put out records that was before what he did. But let's keep it real. Y'all never passed the ball. Y'all never passed down the knowledge. Y'all never used y'all leverage when y'all could to get him in the position. Y'all never, ever shared information. This is why I exist in the music business. Because I'm not a full-time rapper or nothing like that. But I'm here sharing every information I know about the industry. Y'all talk about labels doing this, labels doing that. You know why they could do it? This is what happens at every corporation because none of y'all talk to each other. How y'all been getting fucked in contracts for 30 years? You know why? You got on, you're selfish. You don't tell your other man. Y'all don't link up. Hip-hop has been the greatest thing for labels because there's no union. There's nobody who's going to be like, nah, if you going to pay the hottest artist on the label this and not give him his masters, what you going to do to me? So, matter of fact, we all about to hold out because of that. Granted, this is hip-hop, so this ain't like NBA or MLB where niggas is going to be like, oh, there's a players union. But y'all also didn't share the knowledge. All y'all did was flex. Oh, we got this, we got that. Ella, you one of the fortunate ones. You mad rich. You went into acting. You're very successful. But y'all OGs failed the new niggas. The new niggas can't even go back to hear y'all, to hear the mistakes y'all made. Most of y'all don't even know what. First of all, most of y'all fucked up on the streaming shit. Most of y'all don't own none of y'all shit. None of y'all go back to educate the new artists. So how much do we really think you're for the culture, or were you just for yourself? It's platforms like me, nigga. I'm over here sitting and be like, yo, what does it mean when Future sold his fucking publishing? None of y'all, people don't know the difference between, I never knew it. That's why I don't respect none of y'all, because y'all was in the game for mad long. And there's mad new artists, mad struggling artists who ain't got nothing. They trying to get in the game, they'll sign anything for $1. And the same way you got fucked in the 90s, you let niggas getting fucked in the 2010s. How could I respect you? How could I? How could I respect you? How? Y'all don't educate nobody. Y'all don't help nobody. Def Jam been giving niggas the same deals for 30 years. Y'all never did nothing. No explanation. The game is to be sold and not told. Everybody look at everybody as competition. They ran a gambit on everybody in hip-hop. They did 360 deals. They did everything. You know why? Because they know you niggas wasn't doing shit. That's all I'm saying. I was not disrespecting y'all when it come to money. I would hope over time that y'all would get y'all worth because y'all pioneers. I'm not hating on y'all because y'all pioneers, but I look at y'all as less than how I should look at y'all because y'all never taught these new niggas shit. I was never in the music business like that. I had to learn it, and now I'm teaching niggas. I get on my stream every single day, nigga, and I'm over here trying to tell people, okay, I know y'all calling Future dumb because everybody's ownership. Let me break it down to y'all. Y'all don't do that. All y'all sell y'all masters. All y'all do it for $1, but you don't explain it to the people. Every artist who come in the game got more leverage. Every artist could at least negotiate more than you, but they fall into the same traps as you because you never told them. I can't respect y'all for that. I'm sorry. Especially when y'all talking for the culture. Now, LL, if I attacked you personally or financially, everything you said to me would be fine because you, by the way, you got way, way, way more money than me. I'll put it out there. But when I say about the older rappers is that y'all all are in it for yourself. Y'all never helped the newer rappers. Y'all never helped anybody else. When y'all complain why the labels are doing whatever they doing it because all the niggas they sign don't at least share information. They all act like it's some solo shit and everybody get fucked. Why in 2023, every artist who signs to a record label is going to sign a contract, they're gonna get fucked. Why? If this has been happening for 30, 40 years, why is that? LL, help me. I was never trying to disrespect y'all. I called y'all dusty because in reality, let's talk about it. Y'all seen the game. Y'all got fucked. Why didn't y'all become the niggas who are owning all the industries and record labels? People signing you. This is why I salute to Coach K. I salute to P. I salute to motherfuckers like Yo Gotti. That's what it's supposed to be. Salute to Rick Ross. You got every artist get fucked in the game by a label. That's why I like when an artist will be like, yo, okay, let me put artists on. Let me be in that position. That's my whole thing. All of y'all artists from that time, y'all don't do nothing. Y'all literally still act like y'all don't understand the game. Y'all have never passed along knowledge. Y'all don't keep up with the current times. Now we're streaming, my nigga. How about you educate a motherfucker who, how about you educate Ice Spice who gets viral off TikTok? She getting a couple million streams a month or even a week. Now labels want to talk to her. How about you educate her? And I get it. Y'all might be like, oh, lawyers, this and third. This is why we can't respect y'all, because I'm going to keep it real with you. If niggas ain't see that Steph Curry got that money, the next nigga who was important to his franchise like Steph Curry, he going to ask for more. Business in hip-hop has been lacking. So I wasn't talking about how much money y'all niggas got. I don't give a fuck what y'all niggas be having. But the point is that y'all niggas have not advanced the culture and the business of music for the newer artists. You have not. If any older artist, I will have a conversation with all of y'all niggas. Get on my podcast, we can get on stream. Y'all have not advanced the conversation for newer artists. Why are newer artists still getting fucked in their deals just like you did 20 fucking years ago? How? That's why when I say y'all looking dusty, because in reality, I'm going to keep it 100. That's why I respect LeBron. LeBron doing all this shit. You know what they asked him? They said, LeBron, you want to be they asked him on one of the Shop episodes, you want to be like a commentator? He said, no, I want to own a team. See, LeBron about to get like $100 million in 2 years from whatever contract. You know what he thinking? If they could pay me 100 in 2 years, what are they getting? He want to be an owner. None of the labels that we've seen historically, we're all the pioneers, and that's why I was talking about you when I said Dusty, my nigga. I'm sorry. All the labels, none of y'all own it. None of y'all works, y'all don't own it. Y'all don't own anything. Y'all don't own anything. Y'all didn't give any business type of pioneering. Y'all were good for the sound and the culture, but y'all was never there business-wise. That's why when it comes to newer artists, back up. Leave these newer artists alone. Y'all niggas never did shit business-wise to let these new artists be in a different mode. They all still signed to Atlantic. They also signed to Def Jam. They still also signed to RCA. They all still signed to the Sony, Columbia. They all still motherfucking on Interscope. They're all at Capitol. It's the same shit. Y'all were getting fucked 30 years ago. They're getting fucked now. How did you help? I'm one of the only niggas I get on this shit. I put a nigga contract up on this bitch. Explain it. Y'all got fucked. Y'all did nothing. How can I respect y'all for that? How can I respect y'all niggas for that? I can't. I'm not disrespecting that. Y'all the culture. Y'all did more for the culture than I could ever do. That's not the thing. We talking about business. I don't want y'all niggas commenting on business because y'all never did shit with business. LL, you should have a whole label, nigga. But you gonna say, that wasn't in my soul. I wanted to be an actor. I bet. So a lot of niggas grew up watching you, and they all signed the same fucked up deal 10, 15 years old later after you did. LL, this wasn't a dick measuring contest. This wasn't me trying to shit on artists who came before me, say they were broke. And by the way, I'll give you another example. I think I may have made references to the NBA. If you were a player in the NBA back in the day, you know what most of those players who were smart did? A lot of them got consultant, assistant, coach jobs. Some of them are trying to figure out a way to work their way at an executive position after they retired. It's not about money. Think about Magic. Magic ain't never get paid like these niggas is getting paid now. Magic was a executive for the Lakers. He basically used everything he got. He fucking used his worth. That nigga owned part of the Dodgers. See, that's respectable. My whole point is that I don't want to see y'all criticize young artists when y'all didn't do nothing. Y'all didn't do nothing with passing the ball. Y'all didn't do nothing with putting another nigga on. Y'all didn't do nothing with actually the business choices y'all had. So allow these niggas to make their mistakes. Allow them. They all made mistakes. They're making mistakes now. You know one of the reasons why people watch me on Twitch? Because they don't understand. I used to be a nigga who never understood the music business. I took my time yesterday. I said, yo, he sold his publishing. Yo, he still got the master side of it. Here's what's going on in the industry. Y'all treat the industry, and this is why y'all all get pimped out and fucked, because y'all don't want to actually be honest and share information. Hip-hop has turned so competitive that really your competition with your fellow man has allowed another nigga to pimp all y'all out. I ain't talking about that specifically when it comes to LL Cool J. I'm not. I'm talking about this when it comes to the majority of hip-hop. And I hope y'all understand it. LL, I'm not trying to disrespect you. As I said, maybe you moved. I think we live in the same town. We might. And I heard your house look fucking amazing. I know you got the bread, brother. That was never the conversation. I'm not trying to flex on you. I'm not trying to be like, oh, y'all niggas is broke. Especially you. First of all, I don't even look at you as one of the pioneers of hip-hop. Like, nigga, I look at you one of the legends of hip-hop. Nigga, like, for me, you're one of the late 80s, 90s niggas. Maybe I'm wrong on my timing, but okay. Fuck it. I'm talking about, I've seen dudes who, they were in this shit in early 80s, and essentially what their conversation is only critique. And I always tell people, I'm like, yo, you got to chill out and let people make their mistakes. Because do you know what mistakes you made? All y'all niggas used to sign to one nigga for some crappy advance and barely even getting, y'all were getting way more fucked. Like, it's been the liberation of the musical artists. Oh, my dog, I thought she was in a cage. He might have something to say too. You kicking it right here. So that's the only point I'm trying to tell you. I was like, chill, Pluto. I'm not trying to shit on LL, but I will not sit here and act like the older artists and the older people in the game have not made it essentially almost, I don't want to say they're to be blamed, but we could probably blame them for the non-progression of artists. Y'all got fucked. The artists that you watched get in the game got fucked. You never shared no game. You never shared your experiences. You never try to mentor nobody. But then later, and you don't have to do it. Let me make this clear. You don't have to do it. You don't have to mentor or help nobody. But later in the game, when you pull up and you're criticizing a motherfucker who's now in the game and they're doing different shit, we got to look at you. So what did you help another nigga to do? What did you teach him? What did you teach him from your mistakes? LL, you was one of the hottest artists at one time. You went through contract negotiations. What could you bring to the game in terms of, oh shit, you know what? Artists in my time wasn't getting this, but I was the hottest artist. I asked for this. Y'all niggas don't share that knowledge. Because all y'all rappers are selfish. And all I'm trying to tell y'all now, the smartest rappers, and Waka said this with me, the smartest rappers exist today. They get leverage without, oh, okay, somebody had to put me on the radio. They're getting it via the internet, but now when they get it via the internet, they got to be emboldened to be the smartest rappers and make the smartest choices. Nah, bro, you shouldn't go into a 15% royalty deal, bro. Like, to keep it real, like, think about 21 Savage. All these rappers, none of them were in a 50-50 partnership. 21 is one of the first niggas. You know how he was? Bro, he dropped the independent mixtape that went platinum. He went crazy platinum. So, of course, when he had that conversation, it was like, yo, well, I already went platinum without y'all. Don't really need y'all. What y'all could offer to me, they can't treat him like no regular hoe on the label. They gave him a good deal. But nobody knows that shit. That's what I'm saying. And I know y'all gonna be like, oh, no, the label's supposed to put y'all on game. Bro, you only know what you seen. You only know what you seen. When y'all come to my stream, I tell y'all, yo, y'all see what YoungBoy doing? That niggas just made 100 mil last year. Oh, y'all see what Future doing? Future looking to make 100 mil this year. Future just dropped one of the biggest albums. He's cutting deals all over the place. Future don't know how this shit gonna go. Some people like, oh, ownership. That's cool. These white motherfuckers, they'll sell their catalog later for like $300 million. Future about to drop 10 more albums. They want to give him $85 million for his catalog. Nigga, And it's only the publishing of it. Nigga, take that shit. Bro, what you gonna do? Wait 20 years to get the money? Or let me ask you a question. If I could give you, let's say you got 85 million. If I could give you 92 million in 20 years versus I give you 85 million cash now, would you take? I want everybody in the chat to answer this. If I could give y'all 92 million in 20 years, or I could give you 85 million in right now, what do you take? Bruh, fuck them 7 million, even though 7 million is a lot. Nigga, give me the money right now. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna be doing 2 years from now. Bruh, give me the cash. Bro, that's what these artists doing. And you know when they doing this, it's not like, oh, okay, they're retired. Bro, Future got 10 more albums planned. So I bet he gonna have another catalog that he could work with. That's the point. I try to educate y'all with it. The reason why I ain't trying to have these conversations with these niggas, because y'all not educating nobody. Yeah, y'all successful. Oh, we get it. Yo, LL Cool J, you're very successful. But will you start educating these artists who are getting fucked in their deals, who all signing 360s, who don't know their worth, because they're trying to be you. Or they're trying to be a version of you that was older. They're trying to be 50. They're trying to be this. The game doesn't change, nigga. Ice Spice right now, Ice Spice ain't on a label. Y'all might think she hot as fuck. She not on a label. She's on, well, you could consider World Star a label. She has a distribution through World Star, my nigga. She's probably still listening to offer. She probably won $2 million. If she don't, she's stupid. I'm telling you, this is a fact. This is industry talk. This is what these rappers never wanted to let y'all in on, even though every nigga in the hood, if you're not playing basketball, you're not good at some other shit, you trying to get it at rap. But niggas won't give you the game. Ice Spice got a distribution deal, maybe for like maybe another record or 2 more records. She probably got a little bag from that, 1.5, who knows. Now, every label want to sign her. All right, cool. Because of that, what could she get? What could she really negotiate? Like, if she's like, yo, I bet I had a distribution deal with World Star. I own my masters. How about we do this? We'll do a 50-50 joint venture type shit. Bro, these artists don't tell you shit, man. That's why all of y'all who are old, and especially if y'all ain't in the position, because trust me, this is the difference between, and this is what I be talking about the older artists. Y'all keep giving opinions on music, and LL, I wasn't talking to you. There was other niggas I seen. It wasn't you. Y'all keep giving opinions on music, but in reality, right? In reality, none of y'all niggas really was trying to keep up with being in music. Nigga, if you one of the pioneers, how you don't got your own label? Every pioneer from the 80s should have their own label. Why y'all don't got your own label? Why y'all don't got some funding? Niggas shouldn't even be signing no Def Jam. Def Jam owned by a white man, bro. Warner owned by a white man, nigga. Atlantic owned by a white man, nigga. Interscope, how this is a black art, but we all signed to white people while the black niggas came through, they got their bag. But everybody's about getting their bag, not about building real companies. So I heard LL say, yo, okay, because you couldn't build a company. Well, LL, when I called niggas dusty, I never was saying they're just broken, whatever. I'm just saying a lot of these older niggas who are talking about current day and hip hop, like them niggas is literally just not the niggas you should listen to. I'm not going to listen to a nigga who literally got fucked in his whole deal. And now it's 30 years later. He never did nothing he don't even get none of his streaming. But now he want to comment on a nigga who got popping on TikTok. We don't want to listen to you. I'm sorry. Sorry. We don't want to listen to you, bro. We don't want to listen to you. And it's not me. It's just the artists themselves too. But me, I'm in tune with the music business. I'm going to look at you and be like, yo, why you giving advice? Why you ain't signed these niggas? I like what at least Mace did. Mace could have tried to hold on to that career forever. Yo, Mace, take some of the influence, start signing niggas. Okay, you got 5 years for it, I bet. What I be saying about Meek, I say, Meek, yo, nigga, you were the nigga for 10 years. This music shit don't last forever. Then start signing niggas, bro. Y'all niggas gotta start being CEOs and bosses and independent. But no. Oh, act is just making us look weird. No, nigga. Y'all look weird because y'all never did a motherfucking thing in this industry beyond get y'all bag and dip. That's why, no disrespect to it and nothing wrong with it, but new niggas and new artists don't care about what y'all say. Okay, we'll give you the credit as, oh, he paved the way, but you didn't do a motherfucking thing to advance the business of music for these new artists as they're doing for themselves. And I'll end it at that. LL Cool J, I love you. Invite me over for brunch. I'll pull up.